The boy never imagined that, after being just half an hour late coming home, his entire family of over 800 people would be brutally slaughtered. He was supposed to be the heir to the empire, but had never studied the arts of war or governance. Instead, he had honed the skill of escape. No matter how he ran, he was always found by the empire's greatest general. Facing the general, Tokiyuki felt a sense of dread. Although he was destined to inherit the throne, he was destined to become a puppet, just like his father. Moreover, Tokiyuki had an older brother, but his brother didn't want the throne. As the son of a concubine, taking the throne would spark a war, so he passed the throne to Tokiyuki. While the two brothers were talking, a servant from the manor chased after them. Tokiyuki nimbly jumped and escaped the pursuit. He ran to the big cherry blossom tree, intending to take a brief nap, when he suddenly heard the sound of a bell. A shrine maiden appeared, and her father told her that Tokiyuki's body contained fragments of a monster, and that her father, Yorishige, claimed to be the national priest, entrusted with protecting the nation. Yorishige explained that Tokiyuki's father had the ability to see into the future, and showed his divine power. He foresaw that Tokiyuki would become the hero who would change the nation's destiny, leading a great war and even altering the future of the country. Tokiyuki felt this was a scam, and immediately fled, but Yorishige's words made him think. He decided to tell his brother about it. Surprisingly, his brother agreed with Yorishige's view, believing that Tokiyuki's talent for escape far surpassed both their father and his own, and that he might have the potential to become a hero. Meanwhile, a major upheaval occurred in Kyoto. The general, in alliance with the remnants of the previous dynasty, staged a rebellion, and in just a few days, they seized Kyoto. The general killed the king, and quickly gained the support of other factions. The Tokiyuki family's 800 members all committed suicide while Tokiyuki was away. When Tokiyuki returned, he found the ground covered with corpses, and Yorishige, who had been waiting. Before committing suicide, his father entrusted Tokiyuki to Yorishige, and Yorishige had already foreseen this outcome, and hidden his subordinates and horses in advance, preparing to take Tokiyuki to his own territory. They arrived at the big cherry blossom tree. Looking back at the once prosperous town, now reduced to ruins, Tokiyuki couldn't understand how the once kind general had become the one responsible for his family's destruction. He wondered if the general's actions were all lies, but Yorishige only hoped that Tokiyuki would seek revenge. Although Tokiyuki harbored doubts about Yorishige, he responded seriously that he lacked the ability to seek revenge. He knew that only someone with the power of the general could become a hero, and he was nothing more than a worthless escape artist. Tokiyuki understood that he could never compare to the general, so he decided to die like his father. But unexpectedly, Yorishige pushed him off a high cliff, and Tokiyuki, stunned, resigned himself to death, thinking it didn't matter anymore. However, his survival instinct kicked in, and Tokiyuki quickly acted, showing his perfect escape skills in the life and death crisis, slipping through the army like an eel, unharmed and impossible to catch. His body's instinctive movements made him realize that deep inside, he had the potential to become a hero. From the beginning, Yorishige had seen Tokiyuki's true nature, though he claimed not to want to live. Whenever faced with a life or death crisis, Tokiyuki would always instinctively find a way to survive. This strong desire to live was precisely the necessary trait to become a hero, and the talent for escape was just a small step on the path to heroism. The soldiers continued to shoot arrows at him, but under Yorishige's foresight, none of the arrows could hit Tokiyuki. From this point on, Yorishige understood Tokiyuki would become the greatest obstacle to the general's path to kingship.